Good day, my friends. Privatissimum? That's an interesting word there, Johnny. What exactly does that one mean? Never heard that word before. There's Ebony. It's only 4 people here, but that's a start. Privatissimum. No, I don't know that word. I can't wait. I'm going to look it up. A university lecture or seminar attended by a small number of students. Often serves as a course to prepare for a thesis or for doctoral students to present and discuss. That would be why I never heard that word before. Well, I slept well, not long, but well. It's never long. I guess I slept well, though. I can't complain. Seemed to be okay. No nightmares, no tossing and turning, just straight through for a very short amount of time. That's the way it goes. Yes, because so few people are here. Okay, I gotcha. Never heard the word because I've never been to university. I went to college. I went to a college called Compu College. It was basically kind of like a computer college, but I took accounting, payroll, and business administration was the name of my course. So I was qualified for office type work and did that for a little while, but didn't stick with that. But I've never been to university. I wanted to go for a while until I realized what universities had turned into, and then I no longer wanted to go. Good morning and great day, Kurt Scythian. Well, Scythian, that's an interesting word. Not many people know who the Scythians were. I do. They were warriors, major warriors. You learn something new every day. Yep, that's an interesting word. Privatissimum. Good day, everyone. I'm going to bed. Was working till a few minutes ago. All right, Vessel of Peace. It's just like that Colin James song. I just dropped in to say goodbye. No, I just came back to say goodbye. That's it. Or there's a Phil Collins album, Hello, I Must Be Going. Hello, I Must Be Going. That's even better. Wait for old videos. You'll go live now. did I look dead before? Oh, Charlie is here. Charlie is in the wall, making a bunch of noise. To this video, though, I'll catch you later. Right on. Good morning, Steve. Good to see you. Well, Johnny, the course wasn't really fancy, and the school was pretty pathetic. The instructors were late for class all the time. I had to go down to the office and complain. It was expensive to go there. I was lucky I get funded by the government to go, but a lot of people were paying out of their own pocket, and it was $38,000 or something for the course. It was the better part of 50 grand. It was a lot of money. And the instructors were late all the time, especially a couple of them. Unprofessional. It was unreal. And we literally had a course, one of the courses within the course, professional skills, it was called. And I'll never forget. I mean, this course was dumbed down because a lot of the people that took this course couldn't have made it through otherwise. They made the course that everybody could pass it. And I'm thinking, shouldn't this course be designed to prepare people for real jobs. No. They wanted to make sure people could pass and get diplomas so they could get more people coming and tuition and everything. And in this one class, I'll never forget it. Professional skills. We go to this class and she's teaching us how we need to bathe before we go to work. I'm totally serious. We need to bathe before we go to work. And I put my hand up. I said, people are paying $38,000 to come into this class and learn that we have to take a shower before we go to work. You are kidding me. They weren't kidding. That was literally part of it. To teach people they had to shower before they went to work. Fancy? Does that sound fancy, John? It's not exactly what I'd call fancy. Thank you, Charmaine Louise. So I was very glad to get out of there. I did enjoy some of the courses. There was a couple professional instructors who actually, they knew how pathetic the place was too. And then the rest of them were just unbelievable. Yeah, the course, they made it sound cool. And then they taught us that we had to shower. Yep. It was crazy. Oh, and then another one, the topic of the day was how to have fun when you have no money. Because she said, well, you're all students, so you're all poor. So I'm going to teach you how you can have fun when you don't have any money. And one of the suggestions was to go into the kitchen and pull open the drawers and slam them shut. And open the doors and slam them shut. And I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, don't knock it till you try it. It's really actually very fun and enjoyable and relaxing. Just open the doors and slam them shut. I almost got up and walked out. I almost left that course. You are kidding me. It was the most dumbed down thing I've ever seen. They should have called it the course for morons or something. It was really quite shocking. Compu College, it was called. Very expensive to go there. Very expensive school. Yes, the old memories of Compu College. Boy, I haven't thought about that in a while. So, we're going to talk today about, well, I went to Compu College and then ended up working for God. So, Compu College turned out to be not that necessary. I got a year and a half of employment out of that. Shut the front door is the saying. I think so. So working for God full time, you don't have to go to Compu College or university for that. As a matter of fact, if you believe in God and you follow God, going to university might be a very difficult experience because most universities, especially in the Western world now, I don't know about other parts of the world. Maybe there's still real universities in other parts of the world. Not here. Our universities have gone turbo liberal, and it's all about the LGBTQ ABC alphabet people. Thank you, Ryan Moore. It's all about them, and it's all about anti-Christian sentiment, and everything is racist. Everything is racist. I talked about it one day fairly recently. Good morning, 7810. A fellow went on CNN to claim that math was racist. Okay, he was a university professor, and he decided that math was racist. And when the interviewer got him to explain, one of the things he said was that math could be used to count slaves. Therefore, it was racist. Okay, this is a university professor Math could be used to count slaves, so therefore math is racist. This and the interviewer just he didn't even know what to say. He just what? I mean, like CompuCollege, like as ridiculous as that was, the universities have gone completely nuts around here. Anyway, I don't know what's your university like, John. Are you in a real university or a few remaining synapses? Yep. Oh, do they ever, Light World? I'm so sick of the accusation. I'm so far from a racist. I really am not racist. I'm just the color of your skin makes no matter to me at all. Not even a little bit. Okay. Sometimes your ideology I might have a problem with if you're one of those extremist jihadis and you want to chop everybody's head off, then I'm probably not really down with your ideology. I don't groove to that. But and that gets called racism. That's not racism. I really just don't like the idea of somebody wanting to chop everybody's head off. I think it's wrong. So it doesn't make me a racist, but you still get accused of that. And to be a woman. Oh, I know. I know. I know. I'm in Canada. I'm in the same as you might as well say I'm in the UK too. It's the same. It's maybe a little behind you guys, but not much. It's very close. It's very close. We're in the same boat. They're missing heads. Yeah, I'm in a real university, but unfortunately, there are even religious profs walking around with pride bags. Pride bags. You mean like their suitcase or their briefcase sort of thing? Maybe I pride bags. I've never seen pride bags, but I believe that's what people would carry things in. It makes sense because everything's about the ABC alphabet. People, always, always in this part of the world, it's all about them. It's got to be a free for all. Yes, they just want. But here's the thing: those these politicians who do this stuff, like the Canadian government, that's all they go on about is constantly that. They don't actually like those people. That's totally a lie. If you saw them in their real life, they laugh at those people. They don't want anything to do with them. They just use them as a virtue signal. The whole thing is a virtue signal. They don't actually like those people at all. Okay? Not at all. Hello, sweetie. So it's all a scam. Let's see. Yes, little girl. Yes, I know, sweetie. Come on up with daddy. Oh, you want daddy to get rid of the blanket? You won't come up unless daddy gets rid of that. Daddy will get rid of the blanket. Come on. Come on. Come on up with daddy. Come on. Come on, silly. Come on up with daddy. There is indeed a war against masculinity. That is correct. Yeah, it's not the best city I live in. Yeah. I'm looking forward to leaving it sometime. I've been here for like 17, 18 years. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. I don't know how much more I can stomach of it, actually. Language of conspiracy. Yes, the words, whoever created the English language had to be like an occultist. Like they made it so that everything you say is doing undesirable things. And the power of language is immense. Like it really is. Spirit soul. Actually, spurt soul. There seems to be an I missing. Spurt soul. Spells, yep. So, working for God. Okay. This is what has saved me from having too much to do with the world. I have a little bit to do with it, as we all have to. I mean, I'm on YouTube. YouTube is somewhat worldly. But what I'm doing on YouTube is godly. So this is where, like, Johnny, you, for example, you're in a university, you're learning some worldly things, but I see you doing the same thing as me. You're going to go through all that. Maybe you will too, Lauren. You're going to go through all that. And then in the end, you're going to decide not to do worldly things at all. You're going to work for God somehow. With you, Johnny, I'm pretty much sure of it. I can't see anything else in your future. God's going to give you a job. And it'd be great. There's nothing wrong with having a university education. That'll even get you some respect from others, which is deserved. If you have the discipline to get through a university course, I think you deserve some respect for that. Hey, Dade, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? Yeah. So, all right. So, Brianna, you're a perfect example of what I mean. You have worldly skills. You have worldly credentials. However, you work for God, right? And there's nothing wrong with having your worldly skills. Hello, Carrie Gale. I am fantastic. How are you? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic and feeling groovy. What do I think of Bitcoin? I never have. Not even once. Not even for a second. Never even thought about it for 2 seconds. Or a second. Not even one. Carrie Gale, you are a musician. That's lovely. Me too. I am also a musician. Songwriter, singer-songwriter, you could say. Yeah, I don't even know anything about Bitcoin. Never had any interest in it whatsoever. Not a bit. Thankful I tried to quit, but God did not want me to. Oh no, He wanted to quit. I tried to quit this channel twice. I tried to stop making, and I did for a short period of time, and then God just banged on me the whole time. I stopped. He said, no, back at it. So back I had to come to it, and He wouldn't let me stop if I wanted to. There's no way. This is what I do. Right on, Carrie Gale. How long ago did you send me an email, and have I answered it, or is it still in the queue? Stacy Dawn, good morning. It's complicated, Ryan. The race war is just beneficial to the communists. Okay, they want to do a certain thing. They want to destroy what exists. It's called solve et coagula, and it's very complicated what they're trying to do. It's not something I can sit here and explain in 2 minutes. Not at all. It's very complicated. But a race war is really beneficial to them. We'll just put it that way. Really beneficial. You take who's on the bottom, who's always been on the bottom, which would be the minorities, and you get them all to attack whoever's on the top. That'd be the white people. And it's very beneficial for those who want to manipulate the world in certain ways. Going to church. I'm in church. Grit for God. This is church. We're already in church. So, excuse me. Something just won't let them. No, that's right. That is right. It's an idol, you ask. They make statue in stone in their own hands. Ask, what should we do? Expecting an answer. Yep. Yep. It's partly divide and conquer. You got to remember the ones who's masterminding it are white people. they don't want to get rid of all white people. Just you. Just you. Not them. It's white people orchestrating the whole thing. So you can easily see the hypocrisy when you look. It's the people who are supporting gay people hate gay people. The people who are supporting black people hate black people. The people that are attacking white people are white people. It's like it's complete garbage. It's complete trash. None of it is legit. Not a single bit of it. They're following a playbook. They know how to manipulate things in the way they want to. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. Okay, this is what technocrats do. This is why I dislike technocrats more than anything in the world. I dislike technocrats. I cannot stand them. They're hideous creatures. Okay, we have a hideous demon from hell, and we have a technocrat. I think I'd rather have dinner with the demon from hell, to be honest. I think I would. Awesome, Carrie. I'm glad I did. I don't remember exactly which email that was. Please keep in mind we don't allow emojis here. I know you didn't know. It's no big deal, but just letting you know we don't allow emojis. Worked in the music industry for over 30 years. Promote him now. Promoted rock and metal music for 5 years until 3 years ago when father had me leave. Yep, he made me put the music down too. Not put music down, but put the rock music down. Hardest thing I ever did. That's what I spent my whole life doing. Now I won't even listen to a rock song. I don't listen to anything. I listen to my own tunes. If I want to hear music, I listen to my own stuff. That's it. That's all I can do. Very painful to let that go. That was. There's a union stagehand. That's interesting. I'm sure that was a very interesting job. Yes, I remember who you are now, Stacy. Checked out your channel the other day. Yes. Hello, Daniel. So we're up to 43 people. Maybe a little like button smashery would help get some more people here. some of that like button smashery. Smash away at that. So not listen to any music other than music that promotes our Heavenly Father. Yep, that's really the way it is with me now, too. Very, very selective about what goes into my eyes and ears. And this morning, I just brought up my YouTube feed to see what was there to watch. Maybe I'll watch videos for 10 minutes or something before I start working. I just looked at it and it's also unappealing to me. There's nothing there I want to watch. Nothing I want to watch. The same titles, everybody's using those same generic titles on their videos. They don't even make up their own title. They just use these fill in the blanks type titles. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Over and over and over, the same titles. Give me 5 minutes and I'll blah, 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 blah. That's a real common one. Oh, just, there's so many of them, all generic. I will never, ever use a generic title. No way. I make up the titles of every single video I make. Or your brain, yes, exactly. I'm so tired of cookie cutter stuff. Everything's cookie cutter nowadays. Follow the formula. Watch this video if you love Jesus. That's a good one. Yep. I don't care for cookie cutter anything. That's what the music is. There are formulas. Like, okay, so a chord progression can be expressed in numbers. Yeah, you'll see this when you need it most. Yep. If you see this before November 26th, it means this. Chord progressions can be expressed as numbers. So on average, your verses of a song are going to have 4 chords. Okay, you need 4 chords for the most part. You need 3 really, but if you want to throw in a minor chord, 4 chords. Usually the 1, 6, 4, and the 5. That's so they will literally in the record company, the place making all these pop garbage trash music, this just drivel, whatever you want to call it. They'll be like, okay, for this month, we're going to pump out the 1, 6, 4, 5. That literally means that's a chord progression. So that would be like G, E minor, C, D, right? If it's in the key of G, G, E minor, C, and D. So every song for the next month that they'll put out will use that formula. Literally, the same formula. 4 chord progression. It's always the same garbage. Then they'll change it up and they'll take, instead of the 6, they'll put the 2 in there. Then we got a 1, 2, 4, 5 or something. Or they'll get fancy and they'll go 1, 5, 6, 4. They'll mix them up a little bit. It's just trash. It's just trash. And the little hooks and melodies they put over top, and it's a formula. It's not writing a song. It's a formula. Now, I'd be lying if I said I've never written a 1, 6, 4, 5. Of course I have, but I don't do it the way they do it. I actually put some actual creativity into the way I do it. I don't just bang it out like a formula, right? Yeah, so you're doing the relative minor thing. You're doing the relative minor thing. Oh no, you're in C major. Okay, I see what you're saying. C major is the 1, A minor is the 6, F is the 4, and G is the 5. That's correct. That's correct. You understand some music theory, Cully. I didn't realize you did. That is correct. So, yeah, but Buddy Holly did a lot of 12-bar blues. He certainly did. So, back to working for God. Not that I mind talking about music because I love talking about music, but oh, and yes, the AI narration. I won't even watch that, Carrie. That's blasphemous in my opinion. They heard in synagogue on Sabbath. Oh, nice, Stacy Dawn. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Right on, Kirk. Well, that's very useful. That's very useful. I'm not necessarily a repairman, but I can build things. I know how to build some things, not everything. I've built quite a few things. I can build a deck in your house. I can build you a shed. I could probably build you a house, but I wouldn't want to try to build a house all on my own. I'd like to have some help with that because I don't know how to read plans and stuff. I can't read blueprints. But this is why I work for God. Okay, this is why I work for God. I do a little of that stuff too, but I've pretty much always worked for God. I ever since I was a kid, the Lord had me going in certain directions, doing certain things, and I just had an instinct to do it. I don't even know how I understood what to do, but it's just something God put in me. I've always had this desire to just sort of help people and look for people in need of some like some certain thing that they need that I can supply. Been doing that with this channel for many years. For many years. It didn't just start with this ministry. I've literally been doing this for oh, probably the whole 10 years that I was in isolation. I've been doing it. Yes, Jesus was a carpenter. He was indeed. Hello, Melissa Z. You look familiar to me. I think I've met you before. Oh, Melissa Davis. Yes. Yes, I know who you are. I know who you are. Took me a minute. All the different names. Build your house on the rock, not on the sand. Yep. Well, it's brutal, but it's so beneficial, right? It's so good for you once you're done. It doesn't feel good for you while you're in it. I will agree. I will agree. It feels pretty brutal. It almost broke me in half. I will agree with that. Anything else? If I said anything else, I'd be lying. It's normal to masturbate alone. So where is that coming from all of a sudden? That is not part of the topic of conversation. Why did that just randomly come out of you? I don't understand. That's like, sometimes you'll get this urge to say something, ignore it. Okay, don't say everything that comes into your mind. You don't have to express it. You really don't. That was one you could have just ignored. Would have been just fine. Why? So I see so many Muslims around, like hordes of them. Try to avoid, but they gang stalk me. So, John, it's because they're doing what's called jihad. Okay. Anybody who doesn't know this word, learn it. There it is. Learn what that means. Okay. Learn what jihad means, and then you won't have any confusion about what's going on. Learn what the word jihad means. That'll explain it all. Well, I'm gonna caution you from expressing bitterness towards them because the Lord will convict you for that. We're not allowed to. Okay, you're not. You don't have to go along with their ways, but you are not to have bitterness towards them. I can assure you that's true. Pizzas. Watch that video. Oh, thank you, Darcy. I walked by them yesterday, and I think it was actually God telling me to do that because the thought just came right bang in my head, and there was a pizza place 30 seconds away. As soon as I walked by them, I had the idea they needed a pizza, and I looked over, and there's a place called Pizza Studio right there. I'm like, okay, let's do that. Yep, that's what you need to do, John. I got in trouble for that same thing with the Muslims. I got in trouble for that same exact thing with God. He straightened me out real quick. There'll be none of that. You do not have to agree with their ways, and in fact, you're not to agree with their ways. However, you will remove that bitterness from your heart right now, or I'll kick your butt all over town. That's basically what he said. Well, it's the generosity of, as I said in the video, Steve, it's the generosity of my viewers that makes that possible, right? I can do that because people were so generous with this ministry. That's where it comes from. It's all from the viewers. They've shown me such generosity. It just blows my mind. Like, I was able to buy all new clothes and really get my life fixed up thanks to everybody's generosity, and even spread some around. I mean, been able to help some family members and do things I never could have done otherwise. So struggled with having bitterness towards trans men and women. Oh, me too. Me too. Yep, that's right, Sandro. It's now okay. When people try to shove that down your throat and force you to call a man she or her or whatever, I don't get angry and bitter, but there's a place where I draw the line. Okay, it's just that's where I draw the line. I'm wonderful, Margot. How are you? Hope you're absolutely fantastic and feeling groovy. I will draw a line there. You're not going to get me to support somebody's delusion. Okay? Yes. And I saw this dude one day. Okay. He's got a dress and high heels on. He's a big lumberjack looking dude with a big old beard and mustache. But he's wearing a dress, he's got a purse, and he's wearing high heels. And it's the most ridiculous looking. It's unbelievable, right? And no bitterness towards him. I have sympathy for him. How can you be that delusional that you think you should walk around like that? If you want to be a woman, wouldn't you at least shave your beard off? Wouldn't you get rid of your mustache, maybe? I mean, and you're supposed to say ma'am or she or her or whatever pronouns I'm supposed to use. Somebody with a big old beard looks like a lumberjack. It's pretty crazy. Oh, they do. They get demons. They get demons controlling them, right? They deserve our sympathy, but not feeding their delusion. No. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. The inversion. In John 12:47, we will read that too. Jesus does not judge. Okay, no, let's see. That's not the verse. There it is. If anyone hears my words but does not keep them, I do not judge that person. For I do not come to judge the world, but to save the world. That's right. And we're really not to judge. It's not for us to do. Okay, it's not for us to do. See, all right, the Lord does not want us feeding people's delusions, going along with them and saying, oh, yes, you're a woman now. That's beyond what we're supposed to do. Okay? But we're definitely not to judge them. They have demons. Okay? They have demons. Whatever they did to get those demons, well, we all make mistakes. And any one of us can end up with a demon. So be careful judging anybody for that. This is why I say these people go on about narcissist this, narcissist that. Everybody's a narcissist. Narcissists are demon-infested people. They have a narcissist demon in them. The person inside there might be fine if it wasn't for the narcissist demon that's inside them. Right? Hate the sin and love them anyway. Exactly. James 2:10. We don't have to agree with the world, but at the end of the day, we all sin. But it is important to repent and inform others. James 2:10. For whoever keeps the whole law and yet stumbles at just one point is guilty of breaking all of it. There you go. Oh, no, you got a good point there, Robert Whitman. Don't trust these individuals around your kids. Definitely not. Definitely not. That's why if I had kids, homeschool them, plain and simple. The teachers, okay, the teachers. Yes, that's probably right, Melissa Z. That's probably right. Years I struggle with being unforgiven, but thank the Lord He's shown me how. Satan's days are numbered and he knows it. Yep. Do not trust these people with your children. That is completely right. They have one goal, is to groom them and, well, in many cases, to molest them. But even if they don't want to molest them, they want to turn them the same way. That's what they're trying to do. What do you do when you're married to one? Married to one what? You're married to somebody who's trans? Like, that's a messed up situation. You married somebody and then they went trans afterwards? That's grounds for divorce. That's definitely grounds for divorce. I don't think the Lord would expect you to stay then. The teachers are brainwashing the kids. I got to find out what JH Gmail is saying here. What do you do when you're married to one? Married to what? I need to know. The curiosity just totally has me. Maybe you're talking about a narcissist. Okay, that must be what you're talking about. If you're married to one, it means you got to have your spouse delivered. If it's a narcissist you're talking about, the person's not the narcissist. The demon is. Yes. If that's what you mean. See, it's so common now, they even have an abbreviation for it. They're narcs. It's like a narc is actually a narcotics officer. That's what we've always called a narc for decades and decades. A narc has been a narcotics officer, undercover. Be careful around the narcs because you might be smoking weed with somebody who's a narc. That's what that word used to mean. The word narcissist is overused. Overused. Everyone's a narcissist. It's not the case. It just gets, everything gets blamed on that. John, look up what jihad means, okay? Jihad, there's an aggressive aspect to it and there's a subtle aspect to it. The subtle aspect is them having more babies than everybody else, okay? And eventually, if they keep having as many babies as they're having, guess what will happen? Guess what will happen? So I'll let you in on something. Those who govern the population of the world, okay, they literally decide who populates, who doesn't. They do it in various ways, mostly through these things. That's why they're so hell-bent on everybody trusting these things going in your arm, okay? Through those, they can engineer the world any way they want. If there's a certain group of people they don't like, they can get rid of them through these things. They can sterilize them. Over time, they won't be having babies. They'll eventually depopulate. These people have decided Muslims are a lot easier to control. So they've decided they want mostly Muslims in the world, and actually maybe all Muslims. Okay, that looks like the way they're going. So what they've done is they've sterilized everyone else, but not them. So they're having babies like crazy, and no one else is. So guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? It's inevitable. It's the technocrats. It's Planned Parenthood. They are engineering the world the way they want. They've decided Islam is the easiest way to go. Christians, they don't like Christians. They don't like anything about us. We're not in line with the way they want the world to be. Okay, we're not in line with them. Muslims, if you get a real strict imam in charge, they will be very obedient. They will be very obedient. They will pray 5 times a day. The women will cover their faces. There's a lot of trouble that they don't want that the Muslims won't cause. So they've decided that's the easiest way to go. Okay. Yes, they're going to have to take a lot of our heads off. That's what's going to happen. That's actually exactly what's going to happen. So what's actually going on, I don't talk about it much because it freaks people out. They get all scared and they get worried. And this is why you got to have faith in the Lord and know that if they kill us, off to heaven we go. The Talmud is the worst book on the earth, Robert, without a question. But the Quran is close behind it, okay? The Talmud is the worst book on the earth. Yes, it's only a matter of time. You're going to be living under Sharia law in various places. Only a matter of time. But this is what, look at the topic today. Working for God full time. Okay? This is what I'm going to encourage all of you to do. Work for God full time. when something like that's going on, who do you want your boss to be? Some secular corporate executive dude or the Most High God? Which would you rather? Which would you rather? Well, that's good. Keep questioning yourself in that way and strive harder to do more. That's right. That's right. I still stumble sometimes, and that's correct, Vape King. But please, no emojis. Remember, no emojis. But I did like your comment a lot and agree 100%. Just don't use any emojis, please. So working for God full time is the way to go. There's no other way to go. God looks after his own. He looks after those who faithfully seek him out, who faithfully follow his commandments, his instruction, whatever. Just stay on that side of things. Do as much as you can to please him, and everything else will be fine. That's the only way out of this. Well, it's not a way out, but it's the only way to manage this. We're in some very precarious times, and nasty stuff's going to happen to a lot of us. Understand it. It's coming. Get ready for it. And if they lead you out to a guillotine and say they're going to cut your head off, then start singing Amazing Grace and walk towards the guillotine and let them do it. Right? There's nothing else. Time for me to get back to the word, she says. Right on. I'm not trying to scare everybody. I'm just trying to put you in reality. There's no good to be walking around in fantasy world. What I'm talking about is the reality of things. So you're going to have to accept it. Get as close to God as you can. His head flew around afterwards. Wow, I never heard about that. Never heard about that. That would freak me out. Cut somebody's head off and it goes for a flight. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it. Not sure what I'd think of that. Here we go. Okay, folks, I actually have to go. Bit of a situation. It's just arisen. I have to go. I will see you all in my next live stream, whenever that is. I'm not sure exactly, but I will see you again soon. Thanks for being here. Remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.